Hello and welcome back. I'm Tiffany from Large Family Love. Today I'm going to be taking you through my Sunday weekly meal prep. This is stuff I usually do every Sunday and just to get ready for the week, so I'm not scrambling through the week when I'm packing lunches or making dinners or breakfast or anything. So I'm going to take you through and show you everything that I do. I don't do it every Sunday, but most Sundays this is about what I have to do. Let me know if you guys have any comments, suggestions, anything that'll make this easier. I try to make it as easy as possible, but sometimes someone else has a better idea, and hopefully maybe one of you guys do. So here is my list of things to get done today. Eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and then I need to make egg salad. I need to get any bread from the freezer for the week, bagels from the freezer because we are having some this week for breakfast. I need to get any meats for dinner out that I need to defrost. I need to make creamer for coffee. I need to make sweet tea and juice for the kids, and the sweet tea is for Gary. Juice for the kids. I need to pull out a roll or two of sausage and fry up some sausage patties. I also need to get lunch meat and cheese from the freezer for lunches. I have to go to Aldi today to get some produce for the week, and then I need to cut up any produce for lunches. And I also need to pull out some tortillas from the freezer because tomorrow for breakfast we are supposed to have peanut butter and banana quesadillas. I have no bananas and no thawed tortillas, so as long as I get everything done that I should, well, I'll be able to make them, but if not, I'll have to sub out a different breakfast. And the reason I have so many things to get out from the freezer, if you know, you've been following us for a while, you know that I do once a month shopping. So the freezer is my best friend. I throw bread, bagels, lunch meat, cheese, tortillas, all of that stuff in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. And then I just pull it out as I need it. So I need to pull out some bread for the week. Let me pull out the wheat. And I need to pull out some tortillas, and let me see, roll of sausage. And earlier this morning when Gary was digging through our inside freezer right there for sausage for breakfast, I had him pull this out. This is Ashland's gluten-free bread. I keep it in the freezer because it's so expensive and it molds so much faster than regular bread. The first time I ever bought it, I swear it was like 3 days and it was molded and I had barely used any. So I just keep it in the freezer and I'll pull out like 2 to 4 pieces at a time, and that's it. So I'm about to pull those out, get them set aside, and then put this back in the freezer. I do need to buy more because this is all I have left for her. So I just throw all of this stuff in the side of the sink that you put clean dishes in with the little strainer. And I'm just gonna let it thaw, and when it's done I'll put it in the fridge or in the pantry or wherever it needs to go. And what I'm getting ready to do now is we keep this, and I buy these boxes, these huge boxes, because we go through so many eggs. So I just keep this one and keep these outside, keep this one inside, and refill this one as needed. So right now I'm going to put a bunch of these in the Instant Pot to do hard-boiled eggs and eggs for egg salad, and then I'm going to refill this and get it in the fridge. Here's what's left in my box. That's about what we started out with on top of here, because there's 2 of these in one. That's all that's left now. I filled up the 18 count and I'm putting it back in the fridge. This is what's in the Instant Pot. Go ahead and add a cup of water, and I'm going to turn it on egg. Another thing I like to do is set the coffee. I set it every night before we wake up because he gets up so much earlier than I do, and I like his coffee to be ready and me to not have to wake up and make it at 4 in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now the eggs are done, so I'm just going to go ahead and release the pressure. Sorry, my dishwasher is the loudest thing in the world. That's releasing. When it's done, I'm gonna go ahead and take all the eggs out and put them in a bowl of cold water. And they're done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop them out one by one and put them into the ice water. Well, cold water. Usually I put ice in it, but our ice maker's broken and I don't have any ice made, so can't do that. Now I just let them rest in the water. I never really time it. I don't know how long they're supposed to sit in here. I just leave them in here while I do other things. And when I'm done, I come back and I drain the water and I peel all the eggs. Boil some water to make some sweet tea. So I don't ever measure. I just put some water in there. Again, don't measure this. Put some sugar in there, and when this is done, I'll add some tea bags and let it sit for a little bit and then make some sweet tea. So now it's been quite some time. I'm not even sure how long it's been, and I'm gonna go ahead and dump the water out of these and start peeling them. All the eggs peeled. Now what I like to do is just give these a good rinse, because sometimes like little tiny pieces of shell will still be on there. So I like to just rinse them off and make sure that no one bites into a shell. Now, since I'm saving some of these for just hard-boiled eggs for the week, I'm gonna go ahead and put them just in a bag. I like to keep them peeled and not in the shell. That way they're easily accessible and ready to go. I can just reach in the fridge and grab them for lunches, for snacks, for breakfast, whatever. And I saved out 6 eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the fridge now. There we go. This is what it made. I had to get out another bowl. He'll actually have 2 egg salads this week because it was just too much. The girls will eat egg salad. Everly and I might, I'm not sure. I have to be in the mood for it. Sometimes I really like it and sometimes I can't stand it. And today seems like a day that I would not eat it. So, but this will be for the week. Now the water is boiling, so I'm just gonna turn it off and add these tea bags. And I just let them sit, and I don't ever, once again, measure anything or time anything. I just let it sit while I get everything else together and ready, and then I'll come back and I'll put the hot water tea mixture in with the sugar, let the sugar dissolve, mix it around, and then fill the rest with cold water, and that will be done for the week. Well, for the next couple days at least. Now our apple pie is done for dessert. Part of our weekly Sunday prep is to go get fresh food if we need it. So we just did a little Aldi haul. We have a video coming out to show you guys this, so make sure you look out for that. But what we're gonna do is go ahead and put all this stuff away, and I need to go ahead and cut up like the peppers and some celery and these cucumbers. That way it's all prepped for lunches for the week. Now it's time to take a break and clean all this stuff up. I just emptied the dishwasher. I had to run it earlier. So now that that's empty, I'm gonna go ahead and load all this stuff into there. And I need to put all this stuff away as well because it's thawed now. Normally I stand up in the kitchen and do all this, but my belly is big and my back hurts from everything that I've done. So I'm just gonna sit here and chop everything at this little table we have. I'm gonna chop some apples and put them in some salt water. That's a tip for the apples not turning brown. And then I'm gonna put them in some bags for some lunches this week. I'm gonna cut up the carrots, the cucumbers, the celery, the cucumbers, the carrots, and the green peppers. I got all the cucumbers, peppers, celery, a whole pack of carrots cut up, and a whole bag of apples sliced up. These I'll keep in here for a while before I put them in a bag though, so they have time to sit in the salt water. Here I'm just making some country time strawberry lemonade for the kids. I'm going to put it in the fridge and move on to coffee creamer. I'll show you how I make Gary's coffee creamer. First, I get a can of sweetened condensed milk and pour it into a pitcher. And then I add some pure vanilla extract. And then I add milk. And we use a mason jar to keep it in and keep it in the fridge. Now I have Gary digging in the freezer for what we need for this week. Is that the Italian one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Probably that garlic bread.
Yeah, it's pita pocket bread, babe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
It's freezing in our house, so I'll wear my coat and a beanie
it is.
because I'm
It's
freezing.
so cold in here.
We are anti-heat.
Oh my gosh, it's freezing.
Don't mind the frost on the food.
I'm packing lunches now, getting everybody's lunch together and prepared, and freezing to death. And I just got done packing all their lunches. These are their lunches for tomorrow, the kids. I just did their lunch video, so you guys make sure you look out for that. I'm getting ready to pack Gary's lunch now. And I just got done packing Gary's lunch. He's taking pita bread with tuna fish, some cheese puffs, and some apples. And he said that's all he really wants. So that's all he's getting. Everything is crossed off. Super proud doing these now, so that's done as well. All done. We got everything brought in from outside into the freezer for this week, so I don't have to go digging in that big freezer out in the garage in the freezing cold at all this week. That makes me super happy. That's not something that I normally do. I usually pull out meat for the next day or two, but I actually had him pull out everything that we're gonna need for this week. He got out the pork chops, the tortellini and meatballs, and garlic bread, the Mexican cornbread casserole. Not gonna do that, I told you. He got out 2 pounds of ground beef. Oh, the only thing we didn't get out was the chicken, but that's on Saturday, and that's a while away because today is Sunday. So my entire list got done, and I couldn't be happier. Now my week is gonna go so much smoother. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed and got to see a little bit of how our Sunday goes around here. Let me know how you guys do your Sundays. Let me know if you do meal prep. If you do, comment below. Let me know, what you do, if you do any of the same things, if you do anything different, anything like that. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you're notified every time we post a new video, you guys. And we will see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and enjoy these other videos we have coming up for you. Also, you can turn on the red bell notifications so you're notified of every new video we post. Thank you so much.